What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So I actually just got home from Central Connecticut Arms LLC that's over in Portland, Connecticut here. My new official, it's just by far, guys, if you're in Connecticut, it is my official favorite gun store that I've ever been to in the state of Connecticut. It's an awesome gun store. So I was looking around a little bit, Noah's looking around. Noah's really drawn to revolvers. I don't know why, but he was really drawn to those wheel guns. He just kept going to them all the time. But so we went there, going around, I was talking to them a little bit. And you know, guys, if you guys remember a couple videos back, I told you guys I was actually looking for, you know, some sort of firearms related job where I could actually get a feel for like actual selling firearms. So I talked to them and they said that, yeah, I could come in like on different weekends and stuff like that and actually get a feel for it and actually, you know, get behind the counter and start selling, you know, all that other stuff, and they'd teach me the ins and outs of it. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. So if you guys want to come and visit me when I'm actually down there, I'll actually tell you guys when I'm going to be working down there, and you can actually come down, check me out, say hi, shake my hand, whatever. I can help you choose a gun or whatever it is. So I'll keep you guys updated as to that. But anyway, when I was down there today, though, it's like it got me thinking, because I was looking at all the guns. It's, you know, it's like kids in a candy store. You know, I get to put my hands in my pockets, or I'm gonna start grabbing things, right? So I was going there and I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I should really do another video of how to choose your very first pistol. The original video that I did, or how to choose the first pistol, was a long time ago when I think I had 5 subscribers on YouTube. It didn't really go anywhere, and it still doesn't go anywhere. And it's my older video when I didn't know what I was doing when it came to actual videos on YouTube. So I figured, you know, it's time to actually do a video regarding this, but now with the knowledge that I have now and how to do the videos and be able to present it to you. So this video is going to be for new shooters, okay, new people getting into the firearms field. You just got your permit, you're not sure where you're going to start when it comes to firearms, you've been looking online, but you're not sure which direction you want to go, and you just don't know a whole lot about it. So I'm going to do the very basics of what you should look for in a gun store and what you should look for guns in general. So first things first, the first thing I'm going to keep in mind, so this is, you know, this is mainly like new shooters in mind. So, you know, people that have been in the field for a while or been shooting for a while, you know, you can take this in mind too. You're not sure which direction you're actually going to be going when you know, for your next purchase. You know, this could actually help you guys too. So the first thing you want to decide is, what is the primary reason I want this pistol? Is it going to be for home defense, something that I could have at home? Is it going to be something that I can carry around on a daily basis? Or is it something that I'm going to have in a drawer, in a toolbox? Or is it something that is just going to be like a really deep concealment pistol where no one can see it because my job is kind of iffy about me carrying it? So you want to keep those things in mind. So I'm going to cover a little bit for each of them. So first things first, if you're just looking for a pistol for home defense and you're probably not going to be leaving the house with it, my biggest recommendation to you guys is go out and get yourself a full-size pistol, okay? Go get yourself a full-size pistol. Like I said, this is my M&P 40 full-size pistol. This is a 4 1/4 inch barrel. It's got the full-size pistol grip. For those of you who don't know the difference, this is a compact pistol, okay? I'll put them side by side here. You can see the compact is a little bit shorter. The pistol grip, let me get it set up right. This one's got high bore axis, it's hard to do it. Set up right. The pistol grip is a little bit smaller, okay? So compact, it usually means it's just a little bit smaller than a full-size pistol. Then the other option there is the subcompact, which is right here, which is smaller than the compact. So I just want to throw those out there. So you want to choose the type of pistol that you want. So if you're doing home defense, you're going to want like a full-size pistol, okay? So you go with a full-size pistol. Now, think about your skill level. What is your skill level in shooting, okay? You know, if you're kind of a new shooter, you're probably going to want something that doesn't require a whole lot of buttons and switches and levers and stuff like that. So if someone does break into your house, you can grab it really quickly and simply engage the threat without fumbling or having safeties on and stuff like that. So for a new shooter that just wants a full-size pistol, I'd recommend you go with like some sort of striker fire pistol in like 9mm, okay? Very easy to handle, very easy to shoot, and it's a good size. And if you're in a free state like this, you can actually have better capacity in the actual magazines. Free states, or in these states, you can only have like 10 rounds in the magazines. But in free states, something like this, if this is my M&P 40, but the M&P 9mm, if I remember, has 17 rounds in it, okay? This one, the 40 caliber, has a 15 round magazine. It's a little snappier than the 9mm though. So If you're new to shooting, you just want a home defense pistol, I'd go that route. Now, if you've been shooting for a while and you have experience with firearms, you could easily go with something else. I mean, you can go with something else regardless of how you want to do. Training actually, depicts on how well you can use a firearm. But I'd recommend something like a bigger caliber, especially for home defense, something that you know how to handle. And if you've been shooting long enough, that means you're going to have good recoil management and everything else. So you might want to rely on a little higher caliber if someone's breaking into your home. There is a difference between the impacts of lower calibers to higher calibers. So I'd recommend going like a 40 or a 45, or if you're a revolver person, going like a 357 Magnum or a 44 Magnum. Once again, big caliber gets the job done, big gun gets the job done, all right? So that's for the people that are just specifically want a gun for at home, okay? Now the next people I'm going to talk to is the people that want a gun that they can have at home and a gun that they can actually conceal on a daily basis too. So they want a home defense gun that they can conceal on a daily basis, but they don't need like deep concealment. They're just like, their job, it doesn't matter. So the size of gun that you guys are gonna want to go for is like a compact gun, okay? Now the cool thing about a compact gun is it's kind of one of my favorite sizes of guns. I prefer full size over any other size, but I really like the compact size. I like this size because, like I like to say, it is small enough to conceal, big enough to fight with, okay? So it's a very good idea. Like this is my 6-hour P250 compact. It comes in 322, which is striker fired. This one is the hammered fired one. The standard magazine capacity for this in 9mm for the compact is 15. For the full size, the standard capacity is 17. That's just for a 9mm. Now, if you go to different calibers, obviously that capacity is going to change. 40 caliber is going to have, if I remember, their full size is 15, and I'm not sure what the compact size actually has for magazines. I'll have to look it up. Right. This, for home defense and carry on a daily basis, is the absolute perfect size because you can use this in your home on a daily basis. And the second you leave your home, this could be strapped on a holster, whatever type of holster is. There's all kinds of different holsters out there, like Alien Gear, my old Alien Gear cloak tuck. You could have like, Galcos, these are like little stow and goes. They pretty much fit every gun I've ever put through them. There's a lot of different holster options for it. So you could have this at home. For home defense, you have a good amount of capacity of firearm, you have a good gun, an accurate gun that can get the job done well, and at the same time, it's easier to conceal in the public place, okay? So I go for a compact size pistol, and once again, it depends on you. Would you prefer a striker fire, something with, if you're all right with safeties, or double or single action? It's up to you. Or a revolver. If you want a revolver, go with like a 686 plus with a 3-inch barrel that has like 7 rounds of 357 Magnum, which is an awesome freaking caliber, and at the same time it can actually shoot 38 special through it too. So if someone in your house isn't quite as efficient firing a firearm as you and doesn't have really good recoil management, you can load it with 38 special plus P and it'll be perfect in a 3-inch 357 Magnum barrel. All right, so those are a few choices for you. Now, for the deep concealment people, okay, these are for the very deep concealment people. The people that have a job where it's kind of iffy whether they're carrying a gun, or they're not technically supposed to, but that, they'd rather have a chance to live if something actually did happen. So this is going to be for you guys. If you guys are looking for some sort of deep concealment firearm, something that you can actually defend yourself, there's a lot of good options out there for two. You guys are going to want a subcompact pistol, okay, like a subcompact pistol. It doesn't have to be a revolver. This just happens to be the smallest pistol I have in the house. You are going to want a subcompact pistol, something very easy, very small, very simple to conceal, lightweight. Okay, lightweight makes it makes it a lot easier to conceal too. Now, me, for this size, I like revolvers for this side personally. I did a whole video on that. If you ever find yourself down on your back, this works better up close and in person if you actually have to put it on a body than a semi-automatic, simply because of the way how they're designed. This is, all my guns have been cleared, guys. This is, if you pull the trigger, it'll just go boom. If you have something like this and you put it on there, you pull the trigger will be out of battery because it's pushing back on the slide. So me personally, for a subcompact, I like revolvers, and I think they're really easy to conceal. Now, there's a couple great things about subcompact pistols. I'm not just going to talk about revolvers. I've never seen this one because it's the only subcompact I see. There's a couple really good things about subcompact revolvers. What's so great is their size of them. You could actually shove them in your pocket, just like that, and not a single person would see them. There actually is specific pocket holsters for those pistols. Now, subcompact and striker fire, you're gonna want a holster for it. But if it's something like a double action, like a long trigger pull for this one, or just like double action only, you have no problem just shoving these in your pockets. It's just fine, and it can conceal it on a daily basis. What's great about these two is because of their size, you can easily carry them in an ankle rig, all right, like hiding on your ankle. You know, most people when they're looking for guns, it's going to be on the waist, or you know, looking for shoulder rigs. If you have an ankle rig, most people don't even think about it. Now, there's a couple pros and cons of having an ankle rig. If you're sitting down on a daily basis, ankle rig is an awesome idea, because if you're sitting down, it's really easy to grab something from your ankle, whether you're driving or you're behind an office desk, okay? The downside is if you're in a situation and you have to pull it and it's a close situation, then you gotta bend over, pull your leg up, pull it out, and it makes it a lot slower of a draw. So there's some ups and downs to like ankle carry, okay? But subcompact sides are great pistols because they're so easy to conceal. Like in the summer, what I do is I like revolvers for this too. I think revolvers carry a little bit better than semi-automatics. You know, I'll actually run that real quick. The reason I say that is a lot of people say revolvers are just so fat. How could you do it? No, semi-automatics are fat, okay? Semi-automatics, okay, if we look at them, is semi-automatics are all the way through, it is thick. Whereas a revolver, it only has one thick section that is right here. But it has a very small, very narrow pistol grip, and has a very small, very narrow barrel. So these, they actually fit better into your body, especially if you have like a tactical muffin top like me, because it kind of shapes the natural curves of your body if you actually put it on your body and you hold it on the waist. Personally, I think these carry great. In the summer months, I carry this most of the time, and I carry appendix and simple holster like this. I carry appendix in a simple holster like this, and no one can ever see it because it's so small, and it pretty much molds to my tactical muffin top body. So they are really good. Subcompact pistols are absolutely great for deep concealment, okay? So if you're looking for a new gun, like I said, whether you're a new gun owner or an older gun owner, you know, look for something, you gotta look at your philosophy, home defense, something you can carry about, or something you need for deep concealment. Now, a couple things I want to talk about too when I carry these. When you buy a gun, you gotta buy a holster, and you gotta buy the other stuff that comes along with it. Now, most semi-automatic pistols, okay, most semi-automatic pistols come with magazines, okay? They come with magazines where you load them in. So usually they come with about 2 magazines, as most pistols you buy come with 2 to 3 magazines. 2 is the usual, what you'll find. So you'll have a couple magazines from the start. When you get a revolver, however, it comes with nothing but a revolver and a manual, okay? So you could go out and do a couple things. You can get speed strips, which is actually like a bar that actually puts ammunition on. You can put 2 in at a time. Or you could go like this route, like an HRS speed loader. You could go on Amazon, there's all kinds of speed loaders. These are great because a revolver, it takes a little bit longer to load, so you can do it 1 at a time, or you could simply take something like this, put it in here, twist, and guess what? You're up and running again, okay? So something like this really comes in handy a lot, and it's cleared again. So if you're buying a pistol, you might want to get either a couple extra magazines or like 1 extra magazine. I like having a minimum of 2 magazines per pistol. Personally, I like 3 magazines, all right? If you want to get 10 magazines, hell, it's great. 10 magazines, awesome, okay? When it comes to a revolver, you're gonna want a couple things to carry it, because if you just have rounds like these jiggling around in your pocket, they could be falling out all over the place. So if you get something like speed loader or speed strip, you're good to go. Now, you're also going to want holsters for the new gun that you get. So you go various routes with that. You could go with like a Kydex molded holster. This is my oldest holster. I actually need to get replaced because it's dying. My Alien Gear holster, I need to get a new one. So this is really good because it's specifically molded. This is specifically molded for my Sig Sauer P250. Okay, this is called a hybrid holster. It goes against my body. It's got the hard shell. It's got a leather backing, and you can see it's kind of molded to my body nowadays. So these are great. They're like 40, 50 bucks when you get them. You know, they have a lot newer stuff than this, and some of the stuff is just awesome what they have. Or if you go with like the Alien Gear, what is it called? The forgot the exact name of it. There's a new one that's out there that has the shapeshifter. There it is. If you go like the Alien Gear Shapeshift, it has like various holsters. It has an outside the waistband holster on it. It has a inside the waistband holster, and it has an appendix holster on it. So if you get something like that, it's like $100. You get all 3 holsters, and they're interchangeable, and it's kind of cool. So there's a lot of good options when it comes to holsters. You could also go the over-the-counter route, and that's like you get something like this, like a Galco Cloak Tuck. This was actually designed for a Glock 22 when I had a Glock 22, and then when I traded in my M&P 40 for my Glock 22, I realized that this fits this pistol just fine. But then I realized that it also fits this pistol just fine. And then I also realized it pretty much fits every single pistol I have. This little Galco Stow and Go fits pretty much everything I have. And they're kind of good because, you know, you can see I've used it. It's probably my oldest holster in the house, right? Is just any time of the day. If you're, you know, if I carry my gun on a daily basis, so I usually have a holster that's on my body, a dedicated holster on my body with a pistol on my body. But if you're not carrying in your house, you can simply grab this, shove it in there, and put it on wherever you want it to go on your body. Appendix, you know, wherever you want to carry it, you can put it in this little holster. Now, there's another over-the-counter way that's like this, like a Blackhawk Arc. Okay, this one is specifically designed for my M&P 40. Okay, this one's nice because when you put it in there, listen, it clicks. It stays in there. There's adjustable retention screws on it so you can tighten it up, and you can swap the clip from one side to the other. So this is great. This is a Blackhawk Arc. It's a appendix reverse carry holster. Now this is kind of a cool little holster, and it's pretty cheap. It's like 20 bucks. And you know, I got this one at Cabela's if I remember. So there are just a ton of awesome options out there for holsters. You can go with Kydex, you can go with leather, you go inside the waistband, outside the waistband, you go with shoulder rigs, those are a little pricier. There's a lot of different cool ways that you could go to actually get a holster, a dedicated holster for your pistols. Like I said, if you go the over-the-counter way, you get something like this. It pretty much fits every single pistol that I have in the house, like a Galco Stow and Go. So there's a lot of cool options out there. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped you guys. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Oh yeah, quick, I want to throw it out there. Friday night, tonight, I'm actually going to be doing a live video tonight on YouTube, 9 o'clock Eastern time. An hour prior, I'll do an announcement on the video. So come join me tonight. So it's going to be my first Friday night YouTube live video. So grab a beer and join me. It's a whole lot of BSing and a whole lot of crap that we're going to be talking about. So whether it's guns, Bigfoot, UFOs, whatever, guys, throw them out there. Questions to me. Boom, we're done. We'll have some fun, all right? Anyway, guys, remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.